Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Morning Coffee Talks. We have made it to Friday. Man, this week started piling up. I almost forgot it was a holiday weekend that's coming up. So, in my business, in my part of the business when it comes to sales, the holidays are always a lot. But it's not impossible. And we're going to keep doing what we got to do. But one topic that I had on my notes that I wanted to cover, which I will today, is when did husbands stop being men and start being roommates? And it's just crazy. 'Cause I thought about this. I feel like I went through this personally for like a good stretch, a few months, and it was just that, like I said, man, when I was at my worst, when it came to like mentally, psychologically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and when I was at my worst, it definitely created a situation of distance between me and my wife, right? And not nothing to do with her. It was all me. It's all listen. At the point you take accountability, that's when the point you can start to change your life. That's when you can start to stop lying to yourself and start to make the changes you need that's necessary. And so that just brings me to the quote, man. I don't even want to say a quote, but a statement. She doesn't need another roommate. She needs a husband, right? She needs a leader. She needs a man with purpose. But it seems that somewhere down the line, too many husbands traded in their leadership for being passive, right? Passion for what is it called? Predictability. Yeah. A partnership for convenience. So yeah, when did we stop being men? Right? How did we get to this point where a lot of us just get so comfortable that now we just there? It's the roommate thing, and this is why I'm not even for a man cave, because it creates a separation inside the house. Listen, my house is my man cave, right? Every room is a man cave to me, right? Now, do we have certain rooms for different things that both of us use? Yes, we have an office, right? If my wife wants to work from home, she can do that. It's a convenience for both of us. When I shoot many of my reaction videos for YouTube, it's a convenience for us. When we have family or friends come over and they're like, "Hey, I need to take this call. Hey, I need to log in really quick." Like especially like when my sister-in-law comes, she works from home. She's used the office multiple times. It's a space for that, right? We have guest rooms. We have a guest room that has a sitting chair in it where you can read if you want. If you just like, hey, I'm gonna just step in here and read. But I say all that to say, um, we don't have. My house isn't a man cave in the sense of a separation, right? It's a man cave in the sense that we all gonna use it. So we have to switch from this shift of mentality of from leadership to coexistence. We have to get back to leadership, right? We have to. It's just interesting that I've just noticed that, man. Like where are the leaders at, right? As far as how they used to push leadership, especially on TV, like and I'm black obviously, but where the black leaders at? Even on the white side, um, and not to make this video about that, but you see a lot of like CEOs and stuff, people that's getting to the money, that's getting to the bag, but when it comes to like cultural issues, um, you know what? Yeah, I do see some on the white side. People like, but depending on where your mentality at, I think it's doing that like Charlie Kirk. Um, it is a lot. It is some people out there, but it's one of them situations where you got to pay attention. But on the black side, yeah, none that's well known like it used to be when it came to like the MLKs, the Malcolm X, the Al Sharpton, and Jesse Jack. You get what I'm saying? Like those old names that's like in the mainstream media. Um, but dang, I feel like I'm getting a little too far off topic. Let me bring it back. Um, I say this to say to reconnect everything is a lot of men don't have examples anymore when it comes to leadership, right? Because a lot of them was raised in homes without their fathers to show them, to lead them. Let me say that, to lead them. Or if their father was there at home, they were just coexisting. I don't really get it. Like, this is one of the things that I'll say, and I really don't want to get too deep into it, but obviously I didn't grow up with my father, right? I grew up with my uncle, shout out to him. But like, I never understood how like you can have a child, right, as a man, and just if follow me, if you have a child and you just forget about the child, you know what I'm saying? The mentality, like the way I look at it is like, okay, I had a kid and then I don't see him, I don't check up on him for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, I had this kid, all right, man, go figure it out. Go take the world on by yourself, right? Go figure the world out by yourself. Like, what is that? What is that mentality? It's a selfish mentality, right? It's definitely not a leadership mentality, you know? And here's the thing about leadership. I've said this before as well. Leadership doesn't mean control. It means direction. It means vision, and it means protection, right? We know as men we need to provide and protect, and when it comes to leadership, right? You have to point the family. You have to point yourself in the right direction, but you have to have a vision for it. And you have to protect that vision, which is why I say direction, vision, and protection, right? When a man stops leading, his wife, it gets real shaky, right? She starts questioning if she's in a partnership or she's just sharing bills, right? And because men think that it comes when control is like a dictatorship, right? Listen, you can't control. Here's the thing, man. I need to make a separate video on this. You cannot control any woman, man. You just can't. You can't control nothing. And let's get a little blunt. You can't control what's going on between her legs. You can't control her mind. What you can do is paint a vision that she's willing to follow. That's what you can do. And too many men get caught up in this, man. They get caught up in this. You cannot control a woman, bro. You listen, especially, here's the thing. A lot of y'all can't even control yourself. You can't control what you put in your mouth when it comes to food. You can't control your vices when it comes to drinking all the time, smoking all the time. You can't command your mind to say, you know what, man, I need to go to the gym. I'm getting overweight. I am overweight. Let me switch that back. You can't control yourself. So how can you think a woman wants to follow you in your lead if you can't lead yourself? You know what I mean? So if that is the case, there's not going to be any passion in your relationship, right? Listen, we've known this man forever. I've made a video on this. We all know women are hypergamous. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants what they want, right? They want the best out of this life, right? That don't mean everybody wants a yacht. People will love a yacht, right? But do you know what level you on, right? And you want the best at your level. You know what type of woman you want. She knows what type of man she wants. But if you're not delivering what you quote unquote promise, especially to the married man, when you walk down the aisle with her, right? The passion gonna die quick. And that's why a lot of dudes, it's like, you think that, well, let me say this first. When you stop doing what you need to do and you stop pursuing your wife emotionally, mentally, right? And sexually, once you quote unquote get her, and again, that's what I'm saying, like going down the aisle and stuff, you know, she say I do, y'all make it happen. You have to understand that being a husband isn't a one-time win, right? It's a continuously effort every day. You getting better every day for yourself is the same energy that you put into when it comes to with your wife. Like once you get married, it's not like you won the game. That's when it starts. And that's the confusion, right? That's the comfort trap. I think that too many men confuse comfort with stability. Right? Yeah, you can be faithful, but you still gonna fail her emotionally. Right? You become the roommate. It's like y'all sleep under the same roof, but y'all damn near live separate lives. You understand? It's a comfort trap. When you get married, that's the start, not the finish. That's the start of like y'all life together. Y'all are building a life together at that point. It's not like y'all made it. Right? You have to start restoring your position in the house. Right? Again, always shout out to my uncle RIP, man. Get your house in order. Right? You have to get back to setting the tone for your household because number one, it's going to help your mental health, your wife's mental health, the overall house when it comes to your kids too. Hell, your dog you got need you, to be on point. Your dog need a leader in the house. Your dog don't even listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Let me get back. But listen, man, you have to, number one, for yourself, you have to get your life in order. You have to get your house in order, right? Your mind. And then I think once you start to balance that, you can start to schedule that quality time again. I talked about me and my wife, right? We do date night every month, every week, damn near. She plans one, I plan one, and then we do something together, and then we get a weekend off to do family and friends. And obviously that's fluid, right? You got stuff coming up, weddings, you got birthdays, so it's not always set in stone, but for the most part it is. And I think once you start to do all that, you can start to lead again financially, emotionally, spiritually in your household. And then you get away from you guys, feeling like roommates or whatnot. And you get back to actually, feeling like you're married. So just understand, you weren't made to just exist beside her, man. That's just not what it is. You was made to walk with her and to lead her. So you have to stop settling for being roommates, and rise back into that man, that husband, that leader she said yes to when y'all walked down the aisle, right? Because the moment you gave up your role, the marriage started feeling empty, man. You got out of position. You got off your square, right? But I will say this, the moment you take it back, the moment you get back in position, the moment you put your house in order, the moment you stand on your square, that's when things going to start to change. So listen, stop being a roommate, get back into leadership. All right? Hey, drop a comment below. Tell me what y'all think about that. If you got any value from this video, hit the like button. Also, if it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe to the Husband Code. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe as well. Also, hit that notification bell because we're going to continuously drop videos like this all the time. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.